Hi guys, today I will be showing you how to achieve this look, and I used 100% e.l.f. products. So all of these products are extremely affordable, drugstore products. They're all by the brand e.l.f. This video is also the kickoff to my Best of e.l.f. mini series. So as I go along, I will be doing mini reviews of these products that I use and sharing with you what I think of them. So I hope you enjoy. Thanks for watching. So I'm going to start off with this tone adjusting face primer in the shade Brightening Lavender, and as you can see, it doesn't come off purple at all on the skin. I think the purple is just supposed to really add a little depth of color to the skin. Then I am using the HG Mattifying Cream Foundation in the shade Buff. This is an oil-free foundation, and I'm using their Essentials foundation brush to just apply this all over my face. Now it is an oil-free foundation, but I do find it to be a bit oily, so that's something to keep in mind, but once I blended it in and set it, it worked just fine. Then I used this buffing type brush to blend in the foundation and really kind of push it into my skin and buff out any oily looking or any spots that were too heavy, really, to make it look natural. And I really do like the finish of this foundation. One complaint I do have is about their brushes, that their new line of brushes, they launched without names on the brushes. So I can't tell you exactly which brush this is, but it's one of their foundation brushes and I love it. Then I am going to jump through the other side, and while I was applying this, I hit pan on that foundation. I don't think you can see, but I was excited about it. And I just applied it to my neck. Then for concealer, I am using their Conceal and Brighten Duo for my under eye concealer, and I found it a bit liquidy, but I do like this concealer for the most part. And I am just sort of concealing the under eye circles, and I ended up trying to use this angled contour brush that's for eyeshadow under there, and it didn't really work, so I ended up switching to the concealer brush. Normally I use a beauty blender for all of this, but I wanted to go all e.l.f. on this, so I stuck to it. Then I am setting the whole face with this high definition powder, and it is just a translucent, it looks like a white powder, and it's basically translucent, very light, very finely milled, very beautiful, kind of a cult classic, and I use that to set my whole face. Then I used the Tapered brush and the under eye setting powder to set my under eyes. Normally I use a yellow powder, as you guys may know, so this is a little weird for me, but I think it worked out. It got a pretty natural look, but I liked it. Moving on to eyes, I have their Eyelid primer in the shade Sheer, and I just apply that onto my eyes, let it sit for a minute, and then blend it out with my finger. Then I'm taking their 10 shade eyeshadow palette in the shade Mad for Matte and that lighter shade and using it to basically set my primer, and I'm using the eyeshadow blending brush. Then I'm taking the warmer sort of taupe shade and the eyeshadow C brush, and I'm applying that shade all over the lid. Then I will take what they call their Crease Brush, and I consider more of a blending brush, and sort of blend that color up into the crease and just kind of blend it out so there are no harsh lines. Then taking a darker brown shade and placing that right in the crease to create depth and dimension. All right, then I'm taking this long-lasting Lustrous eyeshadow, and it didn't have the name on it, so I don't know what it's called, but it's so pretty, and I apologize for that. Then I'm just taking this sort of flat concealer brush and applying that all over my eyelid. Then I went in with this light pinky shade in the Mad for Matte palette, and I put it on my inner corner. I was going for sort of a base for what I was hoping to find as a brighter eyeshadow to put on the inner corner. I tried this light shade from the Prism palette, and it really let me down. I was not impressed with it. So unfortunately, the pigmentation wasn't there for me. Moving on, I have this concealer palette in Conceal and Brighten, and I'm taking the lightest shade and using that to highlight my brow bone, and it worked really well for this. I really liked it. I use an angled eyeliner brush. I mean, I probably would have used my concealer brush if it had been clean, but like I said, I'm sticking to all e.l.f., so, and it worked just fine, and I really loved the color and the way that it made everything stand out. Moving on to brows, this is a new favorite. This is the Lock On Liner and Brow Cream. I have the shade Medium, and I just fill my brows in with that, and I really have been loving this. That is all I used on my brows, and like I said, I really do love this product. Then I'm using this double-ended spoolie and angled liner brush. I'm using the spoolie end to comb through my brows and give them a bit of shape. Then I'm mixing these two shades in the Mad for Matte palette, and I am using that to blend out my crease and blend everything together a little bit. Then I applied these lashes. I applied these everyday lashes, the full length ones, and they were intense. They were really long. I mean, I think they look good on camera, but they were a lot longer than I thought they would be for everyday lashes. Then I'm using this contour brush, which I love, and I'm using the bronzer from the Fiji Matte Blush and Bronzer Duo to contour my face just a little bit. And then I'm going to use the angled, I think they call it a blush brush, and I'm going to use that to blend out my contour. Then I went with the blush from that same duo and their fluffy blush brush, and I applied that to my cheeks, and that was intense as well. I was not expecting that. So it took a lot of blending to get that blended out, but I think it worked out all right. I would just definitely use a very light hand with that blush. One of my absolute new favorite products is this Illuminating or Highlighter palette. They have 4 different shades of highlighter in it, and all of them are beautiful. I used that one there that you saw, and I'm using a fan brush just to apply a little bit of highlight, and it ended up that the fan brush was not enough of a brush to apply this, so I ended up switching brushes to get even more highlight on, because it's a really fine powder and it's more shimmery than glittery, so you can really kind of pack it on if you want to, and I kind of like that. Then I'm using their pressed mineral bronzer in the shade Caramel Cabana to warm up the outer portions of my face, so mostly my forehead, and I go around the outside of my face as well. And I really love this bronzer for that. It is a bit shimmery, but it's not, overwhelmingly shimmery, so it worked really well for this purpose. Then I forget what the exact name of this mascara is, but I love it. I love it so much. And it is in the shade Naked Noir. And I use this to kind of blend my natural lashes with the false lashes, and I'm also going to be using it on my bottom lash line, and that is what I really love it for, is the lower lash line. It is so perfect for that. But first, I'm going to line my lower lash line with some black eyeshadow. Then I'm taking one of their classic eyeliner pencils and lining my waterline. These are not my favorite, but they get the job done. Then I'm going back in with that mascara and doing the lower lash line. Now I am using their Extra Lip Gloss in the shade Scott, and I am simply applying that to my lips. I tried a few different lip options, and this was the one that I thought worked the best. It's fairly natural looking. It's kind of a pretty nude peach shade. I really like it, and I love these Extra lip glosses. They are fantastic. Alright guys, that is it for this tutorial. Make sure you subscribe to my channel so you don't miss any videos. If you are excited for the rest of my Best of e.l.f. series, please give this video a thumbs up. Thank you for watching. I appreciate you, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye!